Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over how I make my cinnamon roll sourdough discard recipe. So this recipe makes about 6 cinnamon rolls. Here I am just measuring out 280 grams of all-purpose flour and then adding it into a large mixing bowl. Then I am adding in a half teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a half teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to thoroughly mix the dry ingredients together before adding any wet ingredients. Then I am weighing out 113 grams of sourdough starter. Here I have my active starter, although it does not need to be active and you can just use discard for this recipe. Once I've added in my sourdough starter, I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of melted butter as well as a 1/2 cup of warm water. And here I'm just estimating about an 1/8 cup of honey. Then I am thoroughly going to mix the dough together with the spatula, making sure to scrape down the sides. Then I'm going to go in and use my hands and really make sure that all the ingredients are thoroughly incorporated together. After that, I'm going to preheat my oven to 375 and lightly dust a surface with some flour. Then I'm going to go in and use a rolling pin to roll out this dough about a 1/4 inch thick. Your goal here is to make the dough as rectangular as you can. That way you have an even dough amount throughout your roll. In a small bowl, add a 1/4 cup of melted butter, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, as well as 1 tablespoon of cinnamon and mix well. This is going to be your filling. Here I am just using my spoon to spread out the filling on top of the dough, making sure that it is thoroughly and evenly dispersed. You want to try to get it close to the edge, but not over the edge, as the filling will spill out. Once the filling is evenly distributed, you're going to go along a short end of the rectangle and slowly roll your dough. Here I'm just pinching the ends of the dough together to the roll to make sure none of the filling comes out when baking. Then I'm going to take a prepared baking dish and slice the ends off my rolls, and then using a saw motion to cut the rolls into even 2-inch rolls. Then I'll just place those evenly spaced apart in my baking sheet, as they will spread in the oven. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes or until golden brown. Let the cinnamon rolls cool before you put the frosting on, otherwise it will melt. So I did forget to show you guys how I made the frosting, and that is just a 1/4 cup of butter as well as about 2 cups of powdered sugar and a little bit of vanilla mixed together with some milk. There isn't an exact amount of powdered sugar, I just kind of go more based on consistency. So you can take a look at your consistency of your frosting and see if that's going to be good to spread on top of the cinnamon rolls. I have detailed instructions for the recipe in the link in my profile in my blog. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked this recipe, please hit that like button below and subscribe. I'll be putting out more sourdough as well as baking recipes soon, so follow along with me.